got ourselves an arena game here versus a Shiny Carletto, Eddie, and Arenix. So some generally familiar names here. Hoping that this one goes pretty well. Let's take a look at the setup here. So we've got a late big buildings event with this event, the workers event, and TP's late. We got early-ish towns. We've got 2 dwelling rounds in the early mid game. So I wouldn't say this is like the highest scoring track. It's one where you would like to be able to build TPs late. Now, this is also very low scoring here. 2 ship tiles are in the game, so that'll help a lot with expansion early. And then there's a TP tile, which someone might want to use. Like, I think an engineers could like do pretty well with this round 3 towns if you just get a lot of digs early and then try to build TPs, and then not everyone else will have TPs, so it seems pretty good. I think that fire one could be good in this game with the ship tile in the game. Like, I'm thinking like a mermaids path. Yeah, like Shiny Carletto has put in mermaids. That seems like a pretty decent type of route to go. Oh yeah, engineers are the second one, which I was just talking about. With this sort of setup, so let's see. The 3rd seed is going to get priest or worker power, probably. Engineers will probably get this guy, the temp ship, if they don't take like a coins guy instead. I would say nomads are just never that bad, and they definitely will be better given that mermaids are in the game. So we'll just see how this goes. Nomads can use this. They can also open double temple, which might be kind of cool. Like an earth 1, fire 1 nomads opening might be kind of cool, and then you try to get onto a ship tile afterward or the priest to advance your shipping. Though, I mean, you're probably opening with the priest or the worker power in round 1, so it's not as that's not as convincing of a case, but we'll see how that shakes out. One opening that I've done a few times with nomads is with temp ship, take the priest, and then okay, it's halflings. Okay, so these 2 guys are clearly the best 2. Halflings, it's not obvious to me which of these guys you want. There's not like that much to speak of early in terms of cult rewards. I do think that mermaids are a good pick because like they might be able to hit this round and get a priest off to water to really get some good cult positioning. I think engineers are the next obviously good faction. I say let's put 5 on NGs, 5 on mermaids. In fact, I might be willing to go 10 on either of those guys. Especially like there's no incentive for nomads really to build a stronghold. There's no stronghold event early, there's a temple event early, and there's no stronghold pass tile. So I think that mermaids are going to be pretty safe. I'm thinking here, 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 here. So we're going to have like 5 dwellings placed like this in the center. Probably going to have halflings, NGs here, mermaids here, nomads here, and then nomad's 3rd dwelling goes on E8, G4, one of these 2 hexes, I think. It might be G4 just to take it away from halflings, and then you hope to beat halflings back to E8. Oh, Eddie goes hard on NGs. Okay, I'll go hard on mermaids. Speed this game up a little bit. Mermaids, I think that you're probably trying to double dig in round 1. That's just my instinct. You're probably taking one of the power tiles and just double digging in round 1. NGs, you're probably just taking a coins tile and opening double temple or something. I think I might put 1 more on engineers and then I'll switch to nomads or halflings. I think that either of those guys can have a decent game. I think that halflings in particular are going to have a pretty good one. They get G4 especially, but even without G4, they might be able to town in round 3, which would be pretty nice. I think you probably go for, like, you might get spade blocked in round 1, but if you don't get spade blocked, then you're going to get worker power. and then you are going to get g5. The other thing that you can do here is halflings is you can open double east. Like with this sort of points margin, I wouldn't be unhappy to open double east halflings. It's very good for engineers, but engineers have paid for that privilege. So I'm tempted to go halflings, open with like temple earth 1, and then next round just go for double spade for dwellings. I've almost never played double east halflings or brown at all, so I'm actually kind of curious to see how this goes. Like this is something that I've never tried out, so this is a very good deal for nomads as well. Like nomads are obviously thrilled that halflings aren't here. But yeah, I just feel like with this sort of points margin, like in this color wheel, like halflings aren't really competing for network anyway. All right, so let's go with priest. The first priest, like long term, this game, I think what we really want is just to hit this earth cult, this fire cult reward pretty well. I don't think we're really competing for double spade in round 1. I think that mermaids or engineers are very likely going to take that. So let's take this guy early. And we'll send a priest off to fire, or earth, I guess. Earth is decent as well. And we'll try to pass early for the double spade and just see if that works out that way. Nomads do decide to crowd me. That's a bit of a bummer, but as long as they don't open stronghold, that should be fine. This should still create a town here. Nomads do go for worker power. NGs might go for this guy, and then mermaids, I guess, get temp shipped. That's very good for mermaids. They can just open double spade, land here. Yeah, actually, getting temp ship would be disgustingly good for mermaids. Maybe I should have priced that in, because if you open double spade and get like C1, just turn this guy blue, and then build H2, and then go temple. Yeah, I'm happy to see engineers take that away early. I would still open with this guy if I'm mermaids. Just get the 3 points, secure the double dig, dig F2 to blue, and then next round you have dwelling. You have spots to build on. You have like a free blue on H2 to build on. You take C3 F2 in round 1. Leave this guy to build in round 2, where it's a dwellings round. And then you might be able to pass early. Like if engineers are doing some double temple stuff, then you can still pass early next round to try to get onto a coins tile or something. They do take coins though, so NGs might get away with double digging here. You could also try to get yourself double dig by upgrading E4, I suppose. Yeah, so mermaids are going to try to play for double dig like this. Engineers did take this, so I mean, I think that they should be just, yeah, they just secured double dig early. Okay, they're gonna, I mean, are they gonna try to build 3 dwellings? I think that this should be a dwelling. I don't think that this is supposed to be the landscape yet, but it's fine to go with it. The landscape decreases like the, yeah, that's not supposed to be a landscape. That's supposed to just be a dwelling. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. Okay. Does go for the landscape. It's just going to build these 2 hexes, I guess, or D4, C2, I guess, is going to be the 2 dwellings. I mean, the landscape does have to go somewhere, and technically, like, you don't get any economic benefit from building a third dwelling, so I guess it's fine. My question is, I don't think that nomads are about to take the power spade, so I could go for spade on e10. Um, it's less good in terms of points, and I was thinking to go for Earth 1, so maybe I just want to rush Earth 1 here. Yeah. Let's play a chumpy game where we rush Earth 1 and see how that shakes out. Mermaids looking like they're going for double temple, though I would definitely have grabbed the two workers if that were the case. Engines are upgrading over here, which is spectacular for me. It does look like there is some pressure on Earth 1 here, so I think that NGs might be the odd ones out, depending on what happens here with nomads. It's not the most creative game I've ever played, but all right. So I think that my remaining actions are going to. So I think that mermaids probably buy the workers here if they are going double temple. Otherwise, this TP is fairly inexplicable. Then my priest goes to fire, and then I pass. I mean, I guess if nomads don't want the single spade, then that is what's going to happen. Okay, so mermaids didn't take Earth 1. So mermaids got Earth 1 blocked. They look a lot worse now, in my opinion. They could go to 3 ship next round, which is pretty decent. Okay, so nomads are going to deny the double spade. So I need to, that leaves me to take the single spade this round. I have plenty of opportunity to do that, so I think that we're okay. We might luck into the single spade next round too. That would be pretty sweet. Like single spade round 1, single spade round 2 would be pretty great. I could just grab G5. Should be able to get the other priest too. Maybe I want to go priest to earth. Let's just do this. I don't think Eddie is going to burn below 6 power in this round. Engineers are probably just building this hex C2. If I do take the priest and send it to earth, then I'm not single digging next round. I could also take the coins. The coins are also quite good. Mermaids probably want... They could either go for a worker or they could go for the coins. The worker honestly isn't that bad because they would love to go 3 ship here. A4, D2, and then like I4 or something. But they don't have that option available to them right now. Mermaids have gone for double econ, which is pretty... That's pretty interesting, at least. Like, they're definitely playing an interesting game plan, if nothing else. So I do like that. Yeah, mermaids do go for the tile I thought that they should. One of the coins tiles will be open, which means that I'm probably buying this priest and sending it off. I was considering buying the coins with my power, but I don't think that that's so necessary anymore. take this guy, send it off to here, and then, so one of my temptations here is to pass for the TP tile. Then I'll just hard dig G5 and build H7. Because I only have 4 workers right now because I took Earth 1. I think that just hard digging this and building this is not such a bad route for next round. I don't need the coins, and then I pass early to get onto this coins tile or something. Let's see how that works out for me. It does put me in not great position to town in round 3 if I hard dig this guy. I'll have 6 workers. I'll try to get a power spade in round 3 to get this or something. We'll see. I am playing culty. I don't think that there's any way that engineers almost certainly want this spade to water here. But if they don't, then I will grab, or the priest to water. If they don't, then I will take it away. There's the double dig from nomads. I wonder if they're going to advance their shipping here. They are on the ship VP tile, but I think that they're probably best off just sending that priest to earth or water or something, or even fire. Mermaids take coins, very understandable. I am in contention to theoretically take the single spade. If I put this priest to water, then I could take single spade. That would be filthy if I could get single spade. Let's see if that happens, if Eddie is willing to burn down this power here. I was talking about claiming a 3 spot, but if I put this priest to fire, where I want it anyway, there is a world where engineers refuse to burn down their power and then I get a spade. Engies, if they don't get the spade, should be okay. They can just buy the priest and then build C5. They also did take Earth 1, so their economy is a little limited compared to what it sometimes would be. All right, moment of truth for engineers. They could just go for a second temple. A second temple is perfectly fine here compared to taking a single spade. Second temple probably lets them double spade next round. Yeah, getting 2 dwellings in a dwelling round for a single dig is quite good. I'll worry about getting G7 later. But yeah, if I'm guessing what's going to happen here, it's likely going to be a temple here for engineers to get Earth 2 or Water 1. Nomads do advance their ship. I suppose that they'll probably do worker to coin or something. One small awkwardness is that I don't have a neighbor on D7. I actually quite wanted a neighbor here. Oh, Eddie is going to advance ship, I guess. It's fine too. If I'm nomads, I'm actually probably passing. I think that taking these 7 coins is probably better than this dwelling, but we'll see how that goes for them. We need to make a decision on what to do for next round. I think that or on what pass tile to take. I think the correct answer is just take the 7 coins. We won't have any power even if we take one of these guys. I was thinking of taking the priest and like it fully advancing our digs, but I don't think that's enough. So what we can do probably is we can hope that engineers will single dig this hex next round. They're gonna build C5 here. Um, like I guess a good thing is that no one else appears to be in serious contention, but probably what we do is we advance our digs once, and then we build G7, and then we threaten D7 as well. Advancing digs takes us down to 7 workers. Building this hex takes us down to 4 workers. We could go TP TP. I don't know if we'll have the coins for that. But like I'll have 11 coins. Advanced digs is 10. Build this hex is 8. This is 3 coins. This is 9 coins, or this is 6 coins. So I believe that I'm 1 coin short of going for a town next round with my advanced digs. Build G7, make a TP here line. If engineers build D7, then I am golden. I just make a TP here as well, but we'll see how that works out. I'm quite curious. Nomads are very, very coin short. They're going to be able to build dwellings next round, but not too much else. I mean, I guess they could convert workers to coins and stuff, but Nomads have got a very nice points total. Okay, we are, as discussed, advancing on the exchange track. Both the TP tile and the priest are good for us, considering that we're playing a pretty... Oh wait, we'll actually just dig this guy to yellow. Yeah, we'll build G7, make a TP here. If engineers are too slow to come to D7, we'll dig this guy to yellow. I think that's the plan. And then our cult spade will turn this guy the rest of the way. Yeah, that's the plan. This obviously makes the case for the 2-key town quite strong here. Okay, so if I build this hex, then that'll cost me 5 workers. That's no good. I would have taken the coins there as nomads. We'll see if that does happen. Engineers probably want to take coins. But if they take the single dig, that's fantastic for me. If they do take coins, I might have no choice but to meddle with this hex here. Because that means that they're not going to dig this hex this round. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you, Eddie. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, so now we grab the 2-key town and we're off to the races. I'm going to reward them with some juicy leech here. I don't think that that was their best move, but I'm very happy that they did it. If I'm mermaids, I'm placing priest to water to air here, just trying to win air. NGs now have a lead on water. It's not really worth it, but going onto the air track I think makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think if nomads get this coins action, they're in pretty good shape. they can only build one more hex for free, but then they can hard dig this and build this. It's not the dwellings round, so it's not like ideally. Yeah, mermaids do go priest to air, which is what I was thinking. Give Eddie some leech. Passing on to this now would be incredible if that can happen. I don't know if it can, but if it can, it's amazing for us. I don't like that TP from nomads. That, I think, loses the thread. I mean, I don't think that nomads should be playing coy with their coins at this point. They should, with their power at this point, like, they do not need double digs here. Engineers are going to be able to go for a town here with an expensive TP. See, this is the reason why I didn't like this guy as the landscape. If this had just been a dwelling straight up, you don't have C2 built, but like you have the same number of dwellings otherwise. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna hit nicely on my power total. That feels pretty good. And we will try to pass on to the TP tile next. We'll see if we're allowed to. Nomads go for a tile that lets them take the coins action without burning. Again, like, I think that they're playing way too coy with their power. Like, they just don't need to. They really don't need to play, like, this tightly with their power, but it's what they've chosen to do, so whatever. Engineers are indeed going to go for the expensive TP on C5, which is not, like, the best way to do things, in my opinion, but it's what they've chosen. Mermaids go up the Earth track, which I feel like is a bit of a waste, but I don't control their actions. I control only mine. We'll leave ourselves open to taking a 2-for-1. Nomads are going to open the coins. I probably just open workers, advance my digs, build I-10. Building only one dwelling in this round is a bit of a bummer. I could take the priest instead, or the temp ship instead, advance my shipping, and then try to like hard dig H5 and then build I8. In any case, I think that the TP tile is probably just better. This guy's a fair number of points for me. I don't think I'm getting a third town this game, am I? Because engineers will take this, and then mermaids will take this, like, at their leisure. So I'm only gonna get 2 hexes here. I could try to ship up here, but that's a lot of workers. I guess I have workers, but it's fine. Let's dream small. I think if we buy anything this round, it's probably we're actually buying workers if we do anything with our power. Yeah, let's take workers, advance our digs, and then build this. And then if we have enough stuff to like build one of these triple dig hexes, we will. But more likely we're going to just make a TP and then go for 6 points off of this tile or something. Then this round I can go try to make TP for water 1, followed by sanctuary for air 1. I think that's the play. Who knows if it'll actually shake out that way. Mermaids getting back onto this tile is amazing. Their economy is incredible. We'll see how able they are to convert it to points. They badly need water 1, but they should have no issues getting it, I think. Nomads don't appear to be in position to get water 1. Engineers will get water 1, so that's good for them. Always take the TP tile in dwelling rounds. Pro tips. Yeah, I mean, well, here's my thing, right? Like, I actually feel like I have a competitive advantage. Like, I identified early this game that there's no TP round in the middle of the game. There's a town round in the middle of the game. So, like, this is the round where you want to be building your TPs, actually. And if someone like mermaids, which I predicted like to not build any TPs, just go for this heavy shipping strategy, does what they do, then like that puts us in a pretty good spot. the fact that, oh, I forgot that I got this cult spade. Maybe it was worth like pushing a little further to get a second cult spade, but yeah. Nomads were way too cute with their power management. They've converted a lot of workers to coins. They might still get away with it because their economy is just so like on fire right now, um but I think we want these. Advanced digs is 6. Build this hex. Oh, we could actually build two dwellings. That's actually probably better than building a dwelling and a TP. Mermaids are going to carve a little bit of town space. Engineers have trash economy. I think that they're dead. I think engineers are dead in the water. They just don't have enough this game. They have one more town coming, but they're going to like be pretty tough. It's actually not that easy for them to force it out. Oh, shit. That was a mistake. I was supposed to advance my digs. I was like, how do I have so many workers left over? So yeah, I think I might just go here and then here this round. Yeah, engineers have nothing left other than like trying to close their cult, so that is what they'll try to do. Mermaids are in position to take a double dig. They might just grab like C3. No, they're just going to build natural hexes first. That's also understandable. At this point, I kind of want engineers to build this guy, so I'm not going to meddle with this hex anymore. I'm just going to prefer to take this hex instead. The one advantage that I lose by not building a TP, other than the points, is that I lose tempo on water 1. Right now, I'm in position to build a TP here, and then turn this guy into a temple water 1 with my first action next round. If I do build this hex instead, then I lose that ability. So this is 2 points now, plus likely getting water 1 next round. That's probably worth it, right? Compared to this is 2 points in a worker, 2 points in 2 workers. I think building this TP is actually worth it here. Yeah, because I have an influx of workers in the next round, so I think building the TP here is not that bad. That's a very depressing pass. I mean, I guess the other thing is I can just temple for water 1 here next round, and then I can like it doesn't matter if I put the sanctuary in the wrong spot, right? It costs me nothing to put the sanctuary in the wrong spot. So if I do this instead, and next round I open with temple water 1 over here, and then sanctuary air 1 over here. Like I mean I want to build my TPs like late anyway, so I actually think that this is better. The only question is, do I have coins to do it? I don't think anyone's passing here, so I think I do have the coins to do this. This is hilarious that nomads. I don't know that nomads have. They took a double dig this game, but I don't think that they've taken any other um, like notable actions. Yeah, like they finally take this hex. It's a little sad because like for a single dig they get B2A5, but I guess they did build all their dwellings, so they played decently well economically speaking. We do need these coins, so we're gonna pass on to them happily. That priest tile, like if I can't get onto a points pass tile in the final round, I will probably just pass on to the 4 coins and the priest. That seems pretty good. I don't know what this is about. I like maybe nomads are gonna try for a stronghold 3-town game plan, but this is 2 sandstorms over here, and then he needs a sandstorm here to make 3 towns. So I don't particularly like this. Um, Maybe they just did it so that they can get onto this pass tile. Whoa, nomad mermaids leave this free. So okay, so a fast round is really good here. This is interesting. Mermaids clearly looking like an advanced digs game plan. Um, I guess there's like no pressure on water 1 currently, but we're just gonna grab it anyway. The real question is, should I take the coins here? Like, I don't think that nomads are going for water 1. This does not look like nomads can afford water 1. So if I take the coins here, do I lose water 1? And do I care that much? Like, Sanctuary Air 1 isn't too bad here. I think I want a fast round. The coins slow me down by 1 action. But is it bad to be slow? Eddie has 1, 2, 3 actions. So I go coins, temple, sanctuary. And cult bump. I don't need this cult bump. That was a case for taking the priest, I guess. I actually kind of think H6 was better because that was a TP spot. This is. I was thinking I would leave this for engineers, but this was a. Oh, wait, no, engineers are going to build this hex, and then I'll have lots of TP spots. Okay. Let's take this. I'll play a little greedy. See what happens. I think I'll. This probably means I'm skipping the cult bump, but that's fine. Yeah, it's fine to skip a cult bump. We're just going to tell ourselves that. NGs want to, like, the NGs might go to 3 ship this round as well. They also want water 1. Yeah, mermaids badly needed water 1 there. Yeah, nomads just forfeit water 1. That makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, I hadn't even actually technically gotten water 1 yet. Let's offer engineers some nice economy. They do decline. I don't know if it's correct to accept or decline here. Um, like in my opinion, you can never really have too much economy as engineers, but that does mean that I'm upgrading E10 again. Um, Now that I know that they're not willing to take that leech. I find it fairly likely that energies just pass here, but I'm going to Sanctuary Air 1. It's a lot of points. I guess it's 7 points, right? When I say a lot, I mean 7 specifically. Anyway, mermaids might want to pass here. They've got all the econ that they can really ask for. They do stand around though. They're playing the cults. It's reasonable. We're gonna pass clearly. We're done. This cult bump could be some points, but we probably prefer to just pass and try to get tempo on our on like this 8-pointer or like a priest town or something. Here's sanctuary. This is probably fire too, and a cult town, I would think. That would take nomads up to here. Nomads never getting second priest production is pretty nice for me. They take a coin town, which, yeah, I feel like nomads were in a they just never got a coins action, and there was a round where they had 8 power in this bowl for a long time, and they never took coins. Engineers could build I9, but they very going to follow suit and just pass. Engineers do technically have a chance to go 3 town. I don't think that they have the economy quite to do that, but they could. Mermaids looking for some cult points. They could, like, someone could, like, do a Temple Earth 3 bullshit on me. So I think that my first 2 actions next round are just going to be to try to get that cult town. I think that my plan is to try to get the cult town and like try to place some final priests to air if I can as well. Who bought the priest? I don't think anyone needed to buy the priest there. And yeah, engineers just built this guy. That makes tons of sense. It looks like, I'm not sure exactly what the network race actually looks like here. I guess engineers are probably not doing too hot, but if they manage to get G1, F1, like that's, if they manage to build 3 more dwellings, like they'll only have 3 stuff left on their board. Mermaids have a lot of stuff on their board, but like a million resources as well. Again, I think that they want some dig advances to get points. They might need some coin towns to help supplement, which hurts their point situation. They have infinite workers, but you do need coins to build structures as well. Nomads hopefully will want the coins action here. And mermaids getting blocked off this ship tile is great news for us. They do just hard dig without advancing digs, so that also lowers like their potential cap by a little bit. And they're building TP so that they can build more dwellings as well. They could free up dwellings. So this is all lowering mermaids point cap by quite a bit. Like building a TP outside of the TP round for like just for the 2 coins income is not great. It might be to free up a dwelling, but the dwelling doesn't build them any economy either, so yeah, they just did that for the econ. Yeah, I'm hoping that nomads take the economy here, but again, we are just rushing our town. It doesn't look like anyone has an impending town, which is good news, so we might spare a second to put priest to air. Though I suppose if I'm mermaids, then there's a good chance I'm just placing priest to air this round anyway. I don't know about this bridge. I don't think anyone else wanted this bridge. And I think that a double spade was way better for engineers, right? Take I6, C3, right? Take these 2 hexes. What is this bridge? Surely C3 is better. If you don't think you can afford to connect on only 1 ship, maybe D6. Yeah, I think that this bridge is very bad, but we'll see how it plays out. Coins action did go, so mermaids are going to Temple Earth 3. That's annoying. Oh, they take fire too. Okay, that's good news for me. Get this cult town that I wanted. I'm not overflowing on power, so I think we're fine. Our next action is clearly priest to air. I think that mermaids are very, very likely to follow suit. Nomads look like they want to strongholds and then take e5. Some nice leech getting exchanged in the center. I'm just not too concerned about engineers here. Maybe I should be a little more, but it looks like they're maybe they're a little better on network than I thought. Mermaids look like they're going to just fight for 3 towns, but they're probably going to be fairly mediocre towns, so I think we're okay there. I'm trying to figure out if we have space for a temple here. We want to build 1 more TP. That'll take us to 5 coins. I think that we can probably afford a temple. Temple for air 3 or earth 3 or something. Okay, clearly we put priest to air here. Easy call. So if we go temple air 3, then we'll have 1 coin here. So we'll have 4 coins left. Plus we'll be able to send this guy over the top. And then I guess we could do worker to coin in the worst case. Like the downside is that we could lose earth or fire. Like if mermaids just decide to go only TPs and temples, then we could lose earth or fire by taking air. Yeah, mermaids could easily go for another temple here. So I think that's best to just keep doing this for now. Like there's no point in committing to anything here. So if I don't make any more TPs or temples, and I just send 2 priests to cults to like secure one of the cults, I would have 6 points of digs plus 2 resource points. So that would be 129. So, okay, so I would be getting 8 points, right, if I sent 2 priests to cults and nothing else. If I go temple TP, then that's 6 points. I think I have to do 1 worker to a priest in that case, or to a coin in that case. So that's 1 dig. So that's 7 points from the TP. But I also like close a cult. And then I have 2 priests left. I think that might be slightly better. Just like steal the air cult. We'll see what our opponents want to do. I think that nomads took what? Do they take a ship town or the 11 pointer? So they're going to advance their shipping, build this, TP, and then build this for their final actions, I believe. Mermaids, can mermaids make 3 towns? If they can, then they're not going for temples and TPs, but I don't know. I think stealing the air cult just can't be that bad. Like in the worst case, it forces mermaids to steal another cult for me, but I've already said that this is only like 1 point worse. Don't mind giving engineers some leech. So let's just finish that off. I don't think there's any world where mermaids can afford to go Temple Earth 3 and Temple Fire 3. It's probably still worth it to like send my priests off to close one of those two cults, but, but yeah, I like our spot here. So nomads will get 3 more points for the temple for the TP, and then 2 more points here. They are going to pass for eight for they are going to get 18 points on network. So nomads do look pretty good there. Oh, engineers took a single spade to get I6. Fair enough. I guess nomads double spaded to get this. I think that they probably should have gone for the stronghold instead of this fire two. Fire two for 2 towns is underwhelming, and they clearly could have afforded another hex here somewhere. Maybe they couldn't have done it without both sanctuary and stronghold. And to be fair, like I probably shouldn't trash their game. They're doing decently here. They're going to get a chance to send a priest off here. Engineers do need to advance their shipping. Um, so engineers, if they get 1, 2, 3, 4 more points, advance their shipping. 1 resource point, that's 9 points. Pass for 9 is 18. 102, yeah, it's not threatening at all. Mermaids are inching up the fire cult. Okay. We'll respond by inching up the earth cult. I'll just let mermaids have the fire cult, I think. Who cares? Anyway, we were saying that nomads go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more points to build this guy. They'll only have 14 structures, but it's not impossible that that wins network outright. So that'll be 105, maybe like a resource point left over, or 2 resource points left over. If they get a little leech. Oh, actually, they don't even need leech, right? They can just bump up the earth cult, and that would do it. Um, Yeah, I think that fighting mermaids on this is not worth it. I think that I'm enough ahead of mermaids that I don't need to worry about this anymore. I just send priests to Earth, and then I build my final TP. Like I was thinking of buying the priest here, right, and then fighting Earth, fighting both fire and Earth. But instead of that, I can just convert these 3 into coins, and then just build my TP, and then I have 2 digs left over, and I'm fine. It's probably better at this point. In fact, I might even be able to use this guy as a dig. Yeah, likely I probably have this game, so let's not think too much about that stuff. Mermaids, they didn't advance their digging. They have no power spades left, so it's probably just temples and TPs. So let's close this cult. Final dwelling probably coming up here. And I guess there's a world where nomads get spicy with their priest. Nomads could get spicy with their priest and try to win the fire cult from me. Or tie me on the fire cult. That would actually be fairly annoying. But it's probably not really worth thinking about too hard, because mermaids will close this cult at their leisure. Oh wait, hold on. Wait a second. Mermaids have 3 TPs to build. Those TPs are clearly more valuable than... Okay, now they can... No, because they need a lot of leech in order to make Fire 3 worth it, right? Because Fire 3 is 4 points. Did nomads use their cult bump yet? They didn't. They paid for some leech. I think. Oh, they got some free leech. No, they did pay for leech. So nomads might have winning this cult in mind. So how much worse is this? This is 2 points worse at the worst, right? The downside to this is 2 points. It's 2 digs worth, and maybe like a resource point. So I'm just gonna do this to protect the fire cult. Nomads appear to be the closest competition. Just don't want any surprises from Fire 3 here. So if we do lose this cult of mermaids, this is a 22-point cult game. We're getting 6 more points off of this TP. So 127, 139 plus 22, 161. We'll see if that's enough. This has to be wrong. Oh wait, no, if it's air 1, sorry, if it's air 1, that's fine. Yeah, air 1 is probably fine and correct, because engineers can't really respond to air 1. They need to advance their shipping here. Um, actually, our engineers beat nomads in network. This actually, okay, this game actually isn't very close, other than, yeah, mermaids aren't close in terms of direct points. They have a lot of end game points if they win this cult, but not much else going on. Yeah, never mind. Air 1 is fine. I thought it was Fire 3, which was obviously wrong, but I think Air 1 is actually pretty good. Because that's like a 6 point or a 5 point Air 1. Well, maybe not 5 points because I already had this. Yeah, nomads actually only have. Wow, they do take Fire 3. Oh, because they have the cult bump. Okay, so they're gonna tie fire then. Okay, so I need to put I need to use my priest on fire, which is why we bought the priest. Um, we're gonna get 6 points off this cult instead of 4, so that's better than we anticipated actually. I'm cool with that. It was a little sad. And yeah, arguably this priest was worth 4 points for us. So arguably it was also only worth 2 or 3. So, but in any case, it's a good priest. I'm not gonna worry about it too much anymore. Um, yeah, I guess this was 4 points versus 5. I don't know. It depends on how valuable the cult bump was otherwise, but maybe the cult bump was just completely worthless on any other track. So fair play to nomads, I guess. It's actually hilarious that engineers managed to squeeze out network with this game. Um, and mermaids have a chance to build a final temple, but they're clearly just going to build a TP instead. That workers' power action obviously wound up being worthless. It was kind of a pipe dream. Maybe they thought that they were going to get the Fire 3. Um, yeah, this is 6 plus 14, 20 endgame points. So they're going to end at 128. I think 128 is right around where engineers are ending at. So I think nomads are probably second place then. Okay, that was that. This is a fast game. If I'm not mistaken, my stream looks like it's only at an hour long. I thought we had some slow decisions, but in our opponents, I know that Arenix as nomads is always a fast player. Um, yeah, okay. This wasn't too close. If I'm engineers, how can I do this better? They went for Earth 1 early, so they did maximize their Earth 1. They got 24 points out of Earth 1. They templed for Water 1 with these three guys already built, so then they got 9 points out of Water 1. And they did win Network, and they won a cult. So like when you look at it from that perspective, engineers did okay. Like they could have done a little bit better on cults and like this, but maybe it was just they didn't build their stuff in the right rounds. But they did build 3 TPs in the TP round. Like it's not that obvious like what went wrong for engineers here. In case we get some elo, we get some arena elo. Wow, this is a really fast game for everyone all around. That's fun. It's really fun to play a game that like goes this fast. You know, like that's a speed of Terra Mystica that I enjoy. Obviously, when I'm streaming, it's not always like that simple and easy, but um, this was fun. Like I never play like double East Halflings. Um, I know that Javok has like advocated for this, but I've always been too much of a coward to actually try it out. So what do we do here? We took a coins action, we took 2 single spades, and we took a workers action, 2 priests. We took only a single one of these, and we took none of these, which is pretty fun. I think that that's like kind of a different look at playing halflings, and it's like a different look at like what it means to be efficient on like in Terra Mystica. We have 5 coins on the bonus cards, which is that's kind of notable. Normally this number is like a little lower, but I think that like we were the first ones to pass on the TP. Like the TP tile twice was huge for us because we were worker short due to not having Earth 2 and having a small footprint. Um, so we managed to get 2 of the TP tile passes, which was pretty big for us. Mermaids, for their part, I think that what they missed out on was they needed. I know they got 2 coins actions, but I feel like they needed even more for their game, despite having Earth 1, Earth 2, Fire 2, Fire 1. And I think that like they either needed advanced digs or 2, 3 towns or both, and they didn't get that, and that's definitely a bummer for them. So how do we score? We scored on the track, not as much as mermaids. Mermaids crushed the track, of course. We scored on Earth 1, Water 1, Air 1. It wound up, despite building way fewer things, like we were close to engineers there, simply because we got Air 1 like a fair bit sooner. We hit the TP tile twice. I guess we didn't crush this as I thought we did because we never used the ship VP tile, but keeping our opponents off of the TP tile was pretty nice for us. We got 2 cult towns. That's pretty typical. We got none of these. We got lots of points here, which is nice. And yeah, the inherent scoring of halflings is just always really strong. Like halflings, kind of like darklings and swarmlings, the lings factions just kind of have this nice inherent scoring built into them where like you're always going to get like 12 to you like I mean some games I've failed to advance digs as halflings, but those are more like ambitious. But if you're not playing an ambitious game, then you can always just rely on like this 20-ish points from the halfling's inherent ability. And that's just really nice when in games where you can't get like a lot of end game points going like off of area scoring. So I really like this faction. I like what we were able to do here, scoring and winning wise. And yeah, it's like it's pretty different playing like this double East Earth 1 game, like not worrying about economy essentially. And wound up working out. So not too much else to say. It wasn't like the strongest table, but it was fun to get a win. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for chatting. We will see you next time.